Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome our next presenter, Chris Dial from the Basketball Embassy. Chris?
Hi. So a recent Gallup poll revealed that 79% of Americans view our country as divided. When I saw that, I thought about Nelson Mandela's belief that sport has the power to change the world by uniting people and speaking to youth in a language that they can understand. My name is Chris Dial, and I'm the founding president of the Basketball Embassy. As a teacher and a coach and a mentor, I work with youth all over the world, and I'm constantly reminded of the wisdom in those words. I'm proud to say that our organization has brought an event called Assembly to San Antonio, which is a great example, an incredible example of unity in sport. Assembly is a week-long basketball camp and cultural exchange. Last year, we brought together representatives from 12 different countries on 3 continents, speaking over 15 languages. The camp curriculum is very unique. Sorry, I'm stumbling. There's a lot of people in here. It's unique because it's, thanks. Yeah, I need it. It's not a normal basketball camp is what I'm getting at. We feature these classroom sessions, and we bring speakers in to lead discussions on nutrition and college admission processes and leadership. We intertwine our curriculum. We place a premium on lessons in integrity and character and respect for self and respect for others. We're constantly assessing our impact in the areas of inclusion and tolerance, and the results of those assessments continue to reveal what a powerful tool basketball is, as we see a greater appreciation for one another exude in the relationships that develop during this event. Assembly 2018, it marked our highest level of partnership, sponsorship, and media participation. Every year, Assembly has grown in numbers, scope, and in profitability. Our initial event in 2015, our cost was $27,000, and we actually took a loss of $4,500 despite all of our staff being volunteers at that event. Last year, our cost was around $48,000, and we were able to yield a profit of $14,000 after paying our staff. Our ask today is $60,000. And that's going to enable us to initiate a second Assembly event and, scale our program, providing more opportunities for youth, young professionals, and emerging leaders. By 2020, we see Assembly being a series of 3 events across South and Central Texas. And by 2023, growing that to 8 events, providing opportunities for nearly 2,000 participants nationwide. I want to close this portion with the story of one of our participants, an ethnic Albanian girl that came to camp. Her name's Fiola, and she's from Kosovo. She lives in a Muslim society in a war-torn country. Her father told us last year that coming to Assembly empowered her to see beyond the restraints of her current situation. So Assembly had an impact on Fiola, but Fiola impacted everyone that she met while she was here. And now Kosovo is not just a spot on the map. Our ambassadors know and care about somebody from there, which is why it's so important that we continue to bring youth together through basketball. The youth change each other's perceptions of the world for the better. They're our future, and they're the proof that different people don't have to be divided. Thanks.
This is my subject, so and I know you actually work with a really good friend of mine from Moldova, and I know the power of sport is incredible, bringing people together who normally wouldn't come together. Actually, last year I went to Israel and saw peoples that weren't even talking as families, but playing basketball together, and it's a powerful impact. And so, how are you working with a bunch of international groups to bring people here, or to take kids other places?
Great question, David. Yeah, it's a reciprocal exchange. So there's value in bringing, exposing these communities to our San Antonio basketball community that you did a great job establishing, and then it's also providing opportunities for our local youth to go over there and see what the rest of the world looks like. Maybe bring a little humility back with them and understand that we can't take all of the things that we have here for granted. We do it with coaches as well.
So, Chris, just to drill into that question just a little bit more. So, I'm unclear in an assembly, in a week-long assembly, exactly how many children are served, or how many are from San Antonio versus someplace else. What does that look like?
Great question. Our goal was always to have a 50-50 breakdown of local kind of Central Texas kids and foreigners. Last year, it ended up being 60-40 in the favor of the foreigners. So we've actually had more internationals than we've had locals. So last year, our camp was about 120 kids. With this money, we plan on being able to put it in facilities where we can facilitate 200 or 300 participants at a time, not to mention the 30 or 40 coaches or emerging leaders that come in with these kids as well. And so each event would be its own, independent program, and we'd be able to do more and more for more people.
Where are the majority of the funds spent?
Facilities is a premium in our area, unfortunately. We scholarship almost every player that comes from abroad because they're looking at a plane ticket on top of their camp. Most of our coaches, our network is built around high school, college coaches in the area, and I get them very cheap. So I don't spend a whole lot of money on those guys. They enjoy coming in and doing this. But I would say the majority is feeding these guys and gals. They eat a lot as athletes. And then, domestic travel sometime kicks in as well.
So, Chris, first of all, I love your slogan, United We Hoop.
Thank
I mean,
you.
that's pretty real. I like your T-shirt as well.
Thanks.
Question for you, because I'm in global economic development. How do you prioritize your international markets?
Yeah, it's a great question. We've been fortunate enough just to kind of float around through this network. I've been humping around on the mountaintops and valleys, and if anyone is interested in what we're doing, we're an all-inclusive. We will not say no to anybody. But in terms of marketing and really putting our product out there, we struggle. To be honest with you, that's one of our areas of growth that we've got to get better at. But for now, it's word of mouth. I mean, we've got a really good reputation going, and my job is to make sure we don't mess that up.
Good. We should probably have a follow-up conversation.
Yes, ma'am.
Thanks so much, Chris.
Thank you.